Well, hello, my YouTube friend. Today I am happy because it's Saturday, and for once the post delivered me a package that was en route from Mother Russia. I was not expecting it before next week, so I received this marvelous McGinnis Notorious. It's the number three of the Notorious, so it's the manual one. So for those of you who know, Notorious through the collaboration with Lee Williams, the Kickstop Notorious, this one is not actually. It's number three Notorious ever made by Gerry McGinnis. It was made in 2009, as I said. So in that time, Gerry was doing knives only purely custom by hand, no machine. I mean, when I say no machine, no CNC or whatever. Then you know how he evolved. He's making now some mid-techs, some high-tech knives, I would say, or custom, but I mean, I was going to say from a higher level. No, he's doing that with machines. So of course, you can tell. I mean, the precision of work of the machine on this knife is just brilliant. This Peligro is probably one of the best knife I've ever seen to date. It's still, of course, a pure custom, but you can tell. I mean that. The machine is here, where here to me is more overwhelming because you can tell really that it was done purely by hand. You can tell already the genius of that guy through that knife, and that's what I wanted to present you today, because this is the only McGinnis that I have that is from that time, and I couldn't be happier because, to be honest with you, this Peligro is still probably my favorite, but this one comes really, really, really close to the other one because not because of the action. I mean, it's a manual, so of course for the detent it's always more challenging than a flipper. But for example, it has some contour. You see the detent. I was going to say there is no detent. There is a small detent. I mean, you see it. It won't open, with a small motion like that, but if you push it hard enough, just a little bit, the detent will fade. So the detent is a con, but to me it doesn't really represent an issue, because, as I said, the detent is enough for it to not open by accident. But so compared to this one, I mean, of course, there are some minor flaws, but those flaws for custom, that's what we like, actually. That's where you see, I mean, that a knife will be different than the production that you're gonna get. And the fact to have this knife without the CNC, to me, is just brilliant. The other thing that I love is that the design. Actually, you don't see the Notorious that often, and the design is brilliant. It's a long knife, rather long knife. So he makes them with that full size, which is, I think, 4-inch blade. And he makes it also with a mini Notorious. I really would like to have a mini Notorious now, because that design also with the Peligro is my favorite. Look at that grind. I mean, the recurve that you have on the blade is just fantastic, and this long hollow grind with the delicate swedge that you have here on the top is just fantastic. But we're gonna come back to that. I mean, the look at that. I mean, the sleek design. It's just an impeccable design. I wish that he makes those knives more often, and not only through those Grail collaboration with the Kickstop, because I think the Kickstop he made only 6 of them, Notorious. And I don't see any manual Notorious like this one. I mean, at any corner of any street, you don't see those knives. So I don't know how many he made, but I can tell for sure that it's not the most common knife that you're going to see. So this is also something that I absolutely adore. To have it in manual, because these days lately I'm more into manual compared to flippers, as I already mentioned. It's way more versatile. I mean, you can open it like that smoothly with the thumb. You can flick them open. You can use your index or middle finger or whatever. I don't use my middle finger, but you see, you can reverse, and I'm going to take some. You see, I mean, it's way more versatile to play with. I like that. With a flipper, I mean, it's just index action, and that's it. Okay. So other thing that I love. It's long, but look at that. I mean, it's a very thin design. If you compare it to, will it stay like that? I mean, it won't stay, but whatever. Look at the thickness that you have here. This is thick, and with the clip and everything, it's going to take some place, some real estate in your pocket. This is really thin, so that's a very nice finish for EDC. Even if it's long, I'm telling you, in the pocket you don't feel it. And the clip is like Mayo-like clip, I would say, like a band clip. I wanted to change it. To be honest with you, I wanted Brian to make me a kind of Mokutai clip, but not in this lifetime. It will never happen. Look at that. I really like the clip actually on this one. It's bent, but it fits perfectly the orange peel of the, it's neat. Look at that. I mean, this size is like orange peel, all satin, and the clip, I mean, to me fits perfectly that. And I like the design actually. Look at that. I mean, it's really a nice clip. I was not sure about it, but now that will never leave that knife. I mean, this clip is made for that knife for sure. And usually, I don't really like the design of Gerry's clip, especially on the ancient one, but this one is absolutely perfect for that knife. So yeah, very nice option for EDC. Now, the other thing, that drives me crazy is that this scale is G10. And for that, I need to take some coffee because, wait a minute, I probably mentioned it 1,000 times. To me, having a custom with G10 is preposterous. I have always refused the idea to have some G10. To me, it's really like fiberglass, simple material. I mean, tactical for sure, but some material that you can expect to have on production or mid-tex, but never on the custom. I mean, there are so many options. Why going for G10 on a custom? And I still believe and I still think that way. But 2% gave me allowed me to make some change in my thought about some G10, not all. And Gerry is one, Bob Terzola is the other. So look at that now. Look at this G10. It's blasted. It has some textured. To be honest with you, I'm still questioning the fact to know if it's like Canvas Micarta or G10. This is the first time that I really have some issues to be sure, but you see the layers that you have makes it more for a G10. But believe me, I'm going to try to focus on that. You see that there is evidently some texture, which you don't really find on the G10 usually. It's really nice blasted. Also, maybe the fact that there are those chamfered holes here enhanced the beauty of that material. But I'll be honest with you, as I said, I hate G10, but this one, not only do I don't hate it, but actually I love it. It's just absolutely perfect with that finish, that this Ranger, like dark green that you have here, between the Ranger and brown, I would say, something in between. Those chamfered perfect holes makes it, as you can see, I think that the camera does it in a way some justice. So I absolutely adore that. The backspacer is the same. And it's just a perfect material for that knife. And for that, I need another drop of coffee because I would never imagine that I would say that a couple of times in my life. That Illy coffee is perfect. I need to finish it before because that G10 drove me crazy. Here we go. So yeah, you will probably never hear me say that again about G10 on a custom. So that's why probably I need some, some momentum in the action just to digest that information. So yeah, excellent G10. I wish that I could, that some of you who knows me and who know that to me it's kind of uncanny to hear that from me. I wish that you could have this material in hand. This way you could understand my change of thought on this one in particular. So great material. Probably my favorite material for that knife. I wouldn't imagine with something else than this. Then the other thing that was surprising is the finish also on the blade. Usually, you know me, I'm all about satin blade, very nice. And it's not that I despise, but I don't like I don't know what they have some. Yeah, I put some product. I don't know what. And also, I don't like really the light stonewash and everything. But this one has this light stonewash, and man, I don't really have seen that kind of. It's really light. You have to. Maybe the camera will show it. You see, it's still shiny. and you have this light stonewash. And let me tell you that much. This for EDC is just perfect. I have never seen that finish. I've seen some stonewash on Gerry's knife, but like this one, like, you know, shiny and just really, really light stonewash, I have never seen. And what can I say? I think that I prefer this finish even to the regular hand rubbed. I mean, of course, I like both, and I love the hand rubbed, but this is just brilliantly done. I mean, the finish on this stonewash is just impeccable. So I really like it. And as I told you, I mentioned the fact that it's a nice option for EDC. I mean, in this knife, you have everything you need for EDC. I mean, G10 with some texture, so it gives some really nice grip. This finish on the blade, so this don't wear. I mean, when you're going to cut with that, it won't show any kind of trace, not like the hand rub that is scratchy or something. Sleek, very nice use in the pocket. Perfect knife for EDC. The grip, as I told you, is really, really comfort. I mean, you have some real nice estate for the grip, and a very nice jimping here. If you want to secure your grip, man, this knife won't go anywhere. Perfect option for EDC. So the action, as I told you, is very interesting. Despite the fact that it has a weak detent, but again, it's not a flipper, and for me, I'd rather have a weaker detent and have the possibility to, you know, to play with the knife that is so smooth. I mean, the smoothness is incredible on this knife. I like that better than to have to break, you know, because with a novel hole like that, if the detent was strong, really you would have to break it to open it, and probably it would be harder to open it this way as smoothly as it is. So I absolutely adore that. The centering is perfect. The engagement on the lock being from 2009, look at that. It's still perfect, like 30 to 40%. No stickness, no side-to-side movement or upside down, nothing. I mean, it's rock solid. Look at that. No stickness whatsoever. The smoothness of this knife is just phenomenal. I am in absolute awe for that young man, and you could tell the genius at that time. I mean, it's now even more obvious with a Peligro like this one, and I hope, to be honest with you, I think I made a video. I'm so all over the place, so I don't know if I made a video about this one, but this one is the McGinnis. I mean, of all the McGinnis that I have, this one is just the grind, the handle, everything. This one screams the perfection. Oh, look at this smoothness, just incredible. But already, you know, we had that genius with this Notorious, and as I said, yeah, probably one of my favorite knives now, and a great EDC. The edge, as you can expect with Gerry, is just laser sharp, very nice mirror polish edge, and it cuts like nothing. And the grind, as I told you already, is really interesting with this long hollow, as Gerry usually does. You know, it doesn't go with like crazy compound grind or whatever. What his specialty actually is exactly the contrary. You know, like this one is as the other. You know, you can expect to have something on the swedge or some design on the edge, but in the middle, you're going to have that long and in one motion, you know, grind with a great hollow grind on all the width of the blade. This is really typical to Gerry's grind. The craziness will be either on the edge or on the top, you see on the swedge, something but very delicate. But most of the time, all the grind will be, like I said, one motion and a very long hollow. This is what you can expect on every grind. The Persian is the same. All the other knives that I have from him are the same idea, a long hollow and something in the back, I mean on the edge and on the top. And here on this one, look at the swedge. Very nice swedge. Here it's squared, it's not rounded, but you see, I really like the fact that the hollow comes from the top. And again, as always, no bump whatsoever. The grind is absolutely perfect. So we're heading now to the 15 minutes. I want to thank again my brother Anatoly from Russia, who gave me the opportunity to get that beautiful, marvelous knife. That the odds are that this one, as the other McGinnis, will stay in my collection. I just really love that guy, and I hope that he will make more and more knives in the future. And with that being said, my friend, I'll catch you very soon for another video. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.